Try to get you guys set up in this for a decent angle. I think that might work. Let me put up over here to make sure. Oh, all the Face of Horror links, any of my mods. I can't really see nothing yet. I'm still setting everything up, but all that's in the description while I'm getting everything set up. We might be working on that guy today. My Joker concept. Not sure yet. Things set up. We might be working on. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Hey, Kathy. Nora, hey. Hold on, let me. Top messages, no, light. Freaker. All messages. There we go. Okay, that's set up. Yeah, if you guys want to, all my links are in the description. Let me angle this better so I can see while I'm trying to fix these masks up. Hey, am I in shot now? Am I in frame? The delay is horrible. Damn it, Jenna. How we doing? No, man. If the internet's crappy, which it looks like it is. Oh, hold on one second. Let me make sure. Hopefully we're back. Hopefully I'm back. Yeah, I'm out here in my garage where I do all these madness, where the new monster pit location is, I guess you want to call it. And I was trying to see if I could get a better connection, but I guess not. Oh, it was good. Okay, then I'm doing a little bit overachieving. All right, well, it's good now. I'm trying to figure out a way where I can work and see the chat. If any one of my mods in there want to grab the links for me in the description for the Face of Horror. And also what I'm doing now, obviously we're going to go in and do another Michael Myers shoot, I believe is what we're leaning to. But if you'd like to donate to help with the shoot, you can do that through my PayPal. I'm also in the works now trying to get a couple businesses I've talked to. Local radio station, I'll be back on that again here within the next couple weeks. And possibly the newspaper as well, because we want to do some live events, which will entail of us going out in the public, me being a monster, and us trying to get some votes. You know what I mean? So I appreciate all the votes, guys, man. We're still holding first place, which is pretty phenomenal. We've only been able to do one photo shoot, monetary reasons. We're going to work on the Michael now, which the Michael mask that you probably shoot with for this upcoming shoot. Let me fix two over here. It's kind of janky. Is my original 78. This was like one of my very first overhauls, I think, that I did. And it's the original 78, so I kind of got attached to him. That's usually the one I wear when we're doing any type of scare pranks or Michael videos or Face of Horror stuff. It's usually this guy. I do not have a Patreon or anything like that set up yet. What I'm trying to do is get through the Face of Horror. Once I get through that season, and then I'm trying to get another film edited and put out before Halloween. Once I kind of get through this October month and things start dialing back, and I get through this face of horror competition, then I want to open up, especially over here on this channel, um, and maybe get something like that set up for sure. Hey, Steph. Hey, Kathy. But yeah, this is the one that I normally. This is my original 78. I guess we'll just give you a Michael head tour real quick. Original 78. This is my 2, and this is still kind of fresh out of the box. I haven't did no overhauls on this yet, and you can definitely tell when I tell you I haven't did no overhauls yet. The biggest thing you can definitely tell is the eyes. You know, sometimes you get these from Treat Studios, who does a great job with casting the molds. It's just you can tell the eye detail. I need to use my roller and kind of smooth that out in through there. And another bigger detail you can tell on 2 that I haven't did yet is he kind of got the Negs hairdo going on right now. You know, kind of balding up top. So, which I got hair floating around here somewhere to fix him up. But that's my 2. I do got to get her fixed up. And it's a beautiful mask, and I probably would start wearing this one after I get it right. I got to fix the hair, get the eyes fixed, all that, and then she'll be ready to go. And then another one I like to wear a little bit. I want a little bit more of a burnt effect on the kills. Because I'm like, man, the guy was in there singed, so I kind of went for the dingy. The faded blood with more of a charcoal side on that side there, which pops really well in lighting situations. You know, if you get that low light situation, it really highlights this side and kind of makes this side kind of more menacing a little bit. But this is one of my favorites too. I keep batting around like maybe lightening up the dark side a little bit, but then once we film or shoot with it and I see that, like, I enjoy it. I enjoy the dark. I enjoy the dark over there with, you know, the dried up blood and the charred side. So that's my kills. Now I do got 2 6s in the house. I didn't bring either one of the 6s out here yet. Then we're kind of completed. Put them up. But yeah, those are the ones. Now, this guy here was a kind of one that was on the table first. This is a 6. And I wanted to do something kind of insane that I haven't did yet, which I got to take these white spots and kind of give it that Joker green. And maybe mess around with blue in the hair, but I think the hair's holding decent. But I don't know. I like a stickler for those stupid little details that I don't even know if really matter too much. But this is the one. Well, really, I'll probably put these 2 up for a drawing for anybody that hits up the PayPal donations and wants to help us fund some of these shoots that we got going up. These are probably the 2 that oh man, did I lose the stream completely or did my iPad just crash down? The stream's there. Oh, that's what happened. The iPad crashed. Okay, now it's going to be a pain in the butt for me to see the chat right now. Joy, joy, joy. Anyhow, those are the 2 that I plan on. I'm really attached to the kills, but I'll throw that one in there. But, oh, is Marky Mark in here? I must have missed him. What's going on, Marky Mark? But those are the 2 that I'm going to put up at the end of this Face of Horror. Everybody that has donated through PayPal to fund the photo shoots. We either do drawings, and if you win the drawing, you can kind of pick which of the 2 masks you would like, or if they're, you know, we did the Exorcist photo shoot, if you would like the priest costume, or, you know, the cane that we used, the scepter that we used in that pit, you know, the haunted cursed object there. If any one of those you'd be interested in, you just gotta let me know. Oh yeah, when we did that one, we sent that to her and she thought that we just sent a decapitated head in the mail. Yeah, good times. What's going on? I'm so bored. I'm trying to get my setup a little bit stowed away better so I can see the chat as I'm working. So until then, I'll just kind of hang out back here and talk to you guys. But those links are in the description. If you guys go in there, and how we're doing it this year, scare votes. You get a free daily vote. You don't have to buy votes. But if you do buy votes and you happen to be my top contributor, after we win the competition, you'll be getting at least $1,000 cash sent to you. So that's the way we're working that this year is whoever donates through there, after we get the win, we want to be able to give it back. Man, that's the biggest thing for me. Appreciate you, Cheap Seats. And yeah, guys, share out the broadcast. The links are in the description, like I said. But yeah, so you don't have idiots that do that, man. You have idiots do that. I see some highly talented people in these other groups. And that's the thing, like, I don't mind losing to somebody that is passionate about the craft and is actually doing, going in and doing that. You know what I mean? Like, you see some of these people, they're really not even having, there's no new photos. There's hardly any horror photos. It's a horror competition. And people are going to be nasty. Bashful, hey. Yeah, it is. It's uncalled for, man. Like, it's uncalled for. It's a competition. And I get people get competitive and they can use whatever excuse they want. But, man, the name calling and harassing and things, like, that's uncalled for. It really is. Yeah, it definitely is against the rules. And, yeah, and they definitely do need to report it. Definitely need to report it. I had to, I knew somebody was going through these voting services that you're not allowed to do, like the pay people to promote and vote type ordeal. And I reported them and got them taken out. So, I mean, if they're violating, definitely. Exactly. That's my thing, is the best at the craft and the best, whoever's out putting forth the work and grinding for it, that should definitely be the victor. That should be who wins this thing. And that's why, I'm trying my dangest. I at least want to get, trying my damnedest to get one photo shoot a week. And with my schedule, that can be kind of insane. But that is the ultimate goal that I'm shooting for anyways, is that. Okay, I think. Hopefully the iPad will let me be able to see the chat so I can get back over here. Chat filters, all messages. Yeah, the scammers are crazy, boy. The scammers are indeed crazy. Let's see. Come on, just let me copy that. Okay, iPad, don't let me copy that. Yeah, so the links are in the description. Like I said, if you donate through PayPal, all that money is going to go towards future photo shoots. And that's where we're lacking right now. So I'm trying to get some sponsors because we do get to make a video for Kane Hodder this year for Hodder's Pick, which I'm stoked about. We're going to do a little short piece about, I don't know. I'm thinking we're going to go a little short piece and do kind of probably more like a 80s slasher flashback is kind of what I want to do. Kind of a campfire scene, a nice little short, get us some nice old 80s horror film kills in, and kind of leave it to where I'm calling out Mr. Hodder. So yeah, I mean, it's a great competition. And when you do go through and you do, another great thing about this competition, if you do buy scare votes for any competitor that's in it, it goes to a fantastic cause. It goes to help families that's dealing with pediatric cancer and the research, and to also help families, like I said, like the mothers and the siblings and things, and with housing and things of that nature. So it goes to a great cause. But if you don't want to buy votes, you definitely don't have to. You can just, it's free to vote daily. So you can do it that way, but it's also, it's an amazing organization. And then that puts you in, so that'll put you in my top contributor after we get the win, we'll receive at least $1,000 cash for helping me achieve that. So I don't know. I've been batting around this idea with this girl here. I put the white in there. It's kind of a multiple horror film mashup. I don't know if I should go ahead and just start feathering in just a really light dusting of that Joker green on these white spots or not. It's something I've been battling with in my head since I made it. And it's just, a stupid little concept mask. And sorry if I'm sounding a little off. I've been sick the last week. So, been battling being sick, working, trying to get the Facebook horror stuff going. Man, iPad cut again. Old iPad, that's what we get. I seen a question, I thought. Oh no cheap. See the paint brushes, they're not cheap at all. If you see like the ones that I use there, these are the ones for like the smaller detail, different sizes. I think I might have paid $8 for those. Now the bigger ones that I use for the bigger props, these can kind of get a little expensive. I think I only paid $15 for these or something, but them are the ones that I use for like the scepter that you've seen in the Exorcist photo shoot. If I was going to go through and I was going to paint one of them, that's what I would use. But I kind of got talked out of that. Doris, what's going on, sis? But yeah, I don't know. I might leave this mask the way it is, to be honest, right now. Because I need to get me an airbrush to really get the details in with the hair there. But it was just a fun idea that I had. I got tired of really just going through, and what I like to do is, because Trick or Treat Studios makes the best molds for these things. So I'll get one of those, and you see the paint thinner over there. I'll strip all the paint off, strip all the hair off, and try to get a good photo of the film that it's supposed to represent, and try to go through and get the details as close as my unartistic ass can. And if it pleases me, I kind of roll with it. Lisa did purchase one, and we sent it to a mutual friend. I don't know. I have not used this one yet. The other three I have. The last year's Face of Horror me doing the Michael, I used the 2 over there, and the 78 that you can barely see right there. I used that one. I might as well just put them all over here kind of in frame. If I'm not going to be able to really work too much on it because my iPad keeps dying out. So that's my original 78. That's the kills. The original 78, like I said, that was the first one that I did, was that guy. And then we got the 2, which the 2 needs a lot of rehab and help. That's the thing when you order these things from Trick or Treat Studios, you never really know, as far as paint scheme and hair, how it's going to come and be delivered to you. I've ordered some that I really didn't even do too much for, you know what I mean? And then I've ordered other ones where it's like, oh shit, this is going to be a minute. I have to go and overhaul a lot of work there. But either way, man, they're a blast. They're a freaking blast. I love going in there and it's also like a break for me from doing another one. Say that the blue and red could be darker for the contrast, but that is still something that can be done in post. True. Yep. Which I don't know if you can tell from the video, but I need to get some more liquid latex in there to really seal off a lot of this white. And doing that, when you're using these paints, you want to get that liquid latex in there so it holds well. That's always a plus, Len. That's always a plus. When I'm down here, I'm out here in the garage, and for some reason, my garage is only, I don't know, 100 feet from the house or something, and the Wi-Fi decides not to work that great out here. He is the horror. No, I stay as far away as I can of that dill hole, like, especially all the heinous shit he's saying now. I mean, the horrible. My heart breaks for Yaba and her family right now. It's a horrible situation to be in, and I just sending lots of love and prayers from my family to hers, and it's horrible. And the shit he said is just heinous. It shows the true character of who that person is. It really does. It really does. It's just one of those things, man. I like to have fun and jokes and all that, but yes, exactly. I mean, the stuff he says and continues to do, we know what you're really doing with that late. Appreciate it, Lunch Mom. Yeah, he can't. I mean, Dorito, what's going on, brother? Yeah, he's shooting himself in the foot. And like I said, man, I like to get on here and laugh and have a good time. It took me several years to even mention him because I feel like I need to take a bleach shower every time I do. So, yeah. Homemade condoms. Well, with all the children I have, they don't work. Appreciate you, Steph. And again, guys, man, all the links are in the description. I don't have the capability to share it out right now because my phone is up on the tripod and all that stuff. And I can't share properly with that or it's going to shut the stream off. My iPad, for some reason, I'm going to have to blame it one of my children. I'm going to let it charge there for a little bit before I try to kick it back on. I'll just blame the children. I think that's usually the one they get on to play Minecraft, so they probably dropped it and busted it around or whatever. But I heard some people was wanting to see my masks, and this is 4 out of 8. I think I still got 2 6s in the house, and 2 6s, and I think I have a 4 in there. I have not overhauled the 4. I'm still on the fence. Like, I want to get the ends mask because I think it's pretty cool, but the ends mask is basically this. I mean, it's basically the Kills mask with some cotton in the hair as dust. Now, what I would do with that is completely take all that cotton out and figure out another way to kind of give it that dusty effect from, I guess, from hiding in the sewer for a year. The ends film was it definitely was, it let me down. It let me down. Somebody's watching me. Still getting over this cold. Appreciate you, sis. Right there's the PayPal link. And again, that'll put you in the running. You know what? I'll even throw the old 78 sitting back here. That's my baby. It's the first one I did. But at the end of this competition, if you donate to any of the photo shoots, and again, we'll be getting more props with that money. That's the whole thing for the PayPal side of it, is to help fund some of those. So you'll get the pick. If you win the drawing, you'll get the pick for sure. I think that's how we're going to leave it for right now. Again, I'm working on sponsorship right now. So, hold on a minute, Doris. You should be a mod over here. There you go, Doris. There you go. I guess it's just you're a mod on the other one for sure. Now you're a mod here. You should be blue now. There's the face of horror link if you'd like to vote for me. Again, I think what we're doing this weekend, I do got to be I'll be on the local radio station this week, probably towards the end of the week. But I think what we're going to do is do a Michael shoot this weekend. We got a cool little concept video where we're going to mash in a couple different classic horror films into one photo shoot. So I believe we're going to tackle that one. Now, the one that I'm really stoked for, and I can't wait until we can get it funded either through sponsorship or the PayPal link, either one, is the Jeepers Creepers shoot. I did find a Jeepers the Creeper. I found a costume, a latex costume of that. That is pretty dope. So I'm really excited about that one. Also, we got the Terrifier. I'm really excited about doing that one. So that there's a lot that we'll be using. That's why I don't want to say, okay, well, this is the only things that you can pick of, if you donate, because we're going to be buying more props and more costumes. And at the end of this thing, that's when I'll be doing the giveaways for everybody that helped us get there. Now, again, if you go through the Face of Horror and you pay for votes there, which goes to a fantastic organization, the B Plus Foundation, who helps families dealing with pediatric cancer. If you buy the scare votes, and then after we win, you're going to get at least, I keep saying at least because I don't feel like that's enough for some reason. You'll get at least $1,000 cash. $1,000 cash after we win the whole thing. So, right? Usually Lisa's snacking up the links for me. Lisa or Death's pretty good at it too. And again, if there's photo shoots that you would like us to do, if you got an idea of something you would like to see within the horror genre, DM me over on Twitter and shoot me your idea, and we'll try to make it happen. I think we go down to the top 5 in our groups Thursday, I believe. And then after that, I think we cut the top 3 in group, and then the top 1 in group. And then the groups all come together for the final few rounds. And I think it'll be the top 20 in the whole entire competition. And then we will do a week of voting that drops that down to 15. Another week that drops that down to 10. Another week drops that down to 5. And that's where I got out last year, where I placed 5th. I believe they had 20,000, a little over 20,000 participants last year. It does. It runs the first week of November. And but yeah, I placed 5th last year out of 20,000 competitors. This year's been going a lot smoother. We've been holding that first place spot pretty steady. Last year, at the end of each round, votes would reset. So that's what was hindering me up pretty hard there. I'd do really well, and then the votes would reset, and then it's like, okay, now I got to share the link out and try to get people to vote all over again. But now this year they fixed it. Okay, Doris. Yeah. Always available for my roundtable peeps. I'm a crazy YouTube fan. Right. That's what I told the wife this year. I said, man, you know what I'm about to do? Is just start selling nudes for votes. But she said something about she don't want to share or something like that. And I think that's a little hypocritical because we teach our kids how to share. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Oh, everybody would see it. I'm like a Christmas present. You know what I mean? Like if you ask somebody, I want this for Christmas. And you go down Christmas morning, you see the box. It's the shape of it. You're all excited. Like, yes, this is it. And then you open it and it's not what you expected. And you're all let down. I think that's a better way to describe me. Like, people think they want to see the present until you open it up and you're like, what in the hell is this? You know what I mean? Trying to get all this water in for me. Because if I win this competition, I got to do a photo shoot. You shut your mouth, bashful. Win this competition, I got to do a photo shoot with Kane Hodder. And that will be in the centerfold for Rue Morgue magazine, if I can speak. Again, if my voice is sounding jacked up, I've been sick all week long. But yeah, I'll be the photo shoot and a full article with a centerfold for Rue Morgue magazine. Opportunity to be in an independent horror film. And we get to go out to LA and stay in Buffalo Bill's house, which was where, would you fuck me? I would fuck me. That scene from Silence of the Lamb, that house. And we plan on doing a paranormal investigation in that house while we're over there. Yes, lots of water. I've been pounding lots of water. I think I got one of these gimmicks that kind of like, cheer you on. Like, hey, you're almost there, buddy. Drink 16 more ounces. It's like I don't need a pep talk from a damn water bottle. I know I need to drink it. You don't need to keep cheering me on, water bottle. You know. Yeah, so that's the house. We plan on doing a paranormal investigation there, and I would love to try to get Kane Hodder to kind of participate in a paranormal investigation. I think that'd be kind of dope. And that would obviously be a piece for the other channel, the Tara Barn channel. But yeah, man, I'm just excited. Well, here's what I don't like to do, because it's backfired in the past with the Fast and Furious thing and other opportunities I had. I speak before it's concrete. So when I say this, I can't say it's concrete, but I may have an opportunity to do a podcast with the editor for Fangoria. And I think she's wanting to bring me on for 6 episodes. It'll be happening this month for the Halloween specials. And then on another front, one of my film partners, The Tales from the Dark, if you guys ain't subbed to that channel, check it out. And the Missing Persons Mystery, Bob. Yeah, it's kind of like asphalt. He may be getting Robert Englund for the podcast, and I might be able to co-host that episode as well. So I might get to talk to Freddie, and I will probably geek out a little bit on that one, but I just got to ask the man if he has one more nightmare in him, because I think we need the original Freddie to come back at least for one more. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of things moving over here. I'm trying to get the Devil's Bargain piece out in some way or some fashion. Basically, what that piece is going to be is like a call to action that I'm going to use for a Indiegogo or something like that to get us down to Mississippi to actually do the ritual magic that Robert Johnson was supposedly had done down there on the actual location that he supposedly had done it at, to try to work our own deal with the Crossroad Demon on camera. So appreciate you, Lisa. Robert Englund, he's still doing things. I mean, he's a very active cat. So, and one of my big dreams, if I could just have like a horror film checklist, I would love to see Kane Hodder play my man Michael. If we could get Kane Hodder and get him in the costume and get up as the Shape and to be Michael Myers, I mean, that would be like a bucket list thing for me, because I hate the fact that horrors kind of look like some people look at horror as like the lesser than genre, and I hate that with a passion, because there's so much art and so much, and yeah, you can get some things that are overly goofy or overly gory or too much CGI and things of that nature. But to me, I love the practical effects. I love the storytelling if it's done properly, the fear that you can invoke, and it's a very beautiful thing. And Kane Hodder, what he did was bring such a I love horror too. I think that's kind of obvious. But what Kane Hodder did, he got stuck in this role, okay, as an actor. We're going to put a mask on you. You can't use your facials to endure, to invoke any responses. And oh, by the way, not only are we taking away your face behind a mask so you can't use your facials, we're also going to take away your voice. But you have to figure out a way to invoke fear. And how he did it was it was a very beautiful thing, in my opinion. The way he was able to articulate these movements just with the deep breaths that he brought to Jason, and the different body languages that he used, it was just gorgeous. Now, if we could take that man and put him behind the Shape, that's a match made in horror hell. I think that would be freaking fantastic. So yeah, that's kind of been my thing that I've always wanted to push for, is like, okay, can we get Mr. Hodder in. Can we put him in the shape, please? Yeah, he definitely did. He did it awesome. I mean, and they even tell everybody that was involved and made the first Friday the 13th film. They don't try to hide it. They just said they seen the success of the original '78 Halloween film and wanted to piggyback off that as much as possible. And they just wanted to put something out, and they did. They put out, and Friday the 13th is a standalone film. I mean, it's a great film. They start losing me when Jason goes to space, but I'm a fan. I'm even a fan of the space because the man behind the mask. But for me, it's Halloween. Halloween has always been the one that captivated my little evil ass. I loved the story behind. Now, again, Halloween is one of those franchises where there's 19 different timelines. You can subscribe to whichever timeline you would prefer. We got where Laurie and Michael were siblings, and you got all these different timelines. And Halloween 4 and 5 was awesome, where he's coming after his niece, and I love that one. But the storyline that I love and the one that captivated me was the fact that it was always random. Like, they wasn't related. Laurie and Michael wasn't related. It was just this psycho on the streets that had murdered his sister. He escapes out of this insane asylum, and he just happened to come across Laurie Strode and was obsessed. The reason why that one for me invoked as much fear and I love so much is because that could happen to anybody. So that's where you're really playing on that fear factor. It can happen to anybody. You can be out and this random psycho see you, and now he's your problem. What I liked about the zombie, what I think Zombie did for the Halloween franchise was he made a very believable Michael. Like, he made a very believable Michael. This big, overbearing dude. Like, you could see how he could slam you through a wall, bash your skull, and not even break a sweat. Like, he was a big, menacing guy. So, there's really not a Halloween film that I completely hate. Now, with Ends, I believe they had something good there, but they just kind of shit the bed and didn't pay off some of the things they needed to pay off. They spent the whole movie building up Michael's replacement only to have Michael stump him out. And then Michael go through that crusher. And I understand, like, to me, if they want to get away from Michael, which obviously you can tell, I don't want that. I think we need Michael. I think you need Michael and Laurie to make a Halloween film. And I think you need a Dr. Loomis in there for it to be a true Halloween film. But just because of the dynamics and the different stories that we got going on at the same time and the way they connect and the way they come together. But saying that, if they wanted to get away from Michael and make it to where it was a normal human being that just went through so much trauma that he just slowly started losing his factors that made him human, and he ended up becoming this pure evil, hell-bent on killing, raging machine, I can see how it can get there, and I can see how you can build that up. But you can't let some little 20-something-year-old kid beat up Michael Myers. Like, what are we doing there? You know what I mean? Hey, Salty Nana. So, yeah, I mean, I love all of them. All of them had a good... And that's something Tyler and I was just talking about before he took off to Kentucky last weekend for a film shoot for Finding Nothing, was maybe doing a fan film of Halloween and kind of taking some concepts from 3, which was the only Halloween without Michael, and kind of creating our own lore and kind of piggybacking off some of these things that they just didn't pay off. So that might be a thing. Not this Halloween for sure, but maybe look for it around next Halloween. We got so many projects going on right now between the Terror Barn projects and the Finding Nothing projects, and then when we all come together, I would shoot for a full length. For sure. because I've written a few screenplays. A couple of them, one won a screenwriter competition, another one placed in third. So I enjoy the writing part too. Oh, okay. Yes, those spirit boxes are definitely dope. And as soon as I can uh, afford one, I will definitely be swooping one of those up to add to the film equipment to our spooky hunts. But again, you guys can hit the votes up to vote. Face of Horror, it's a free to vote. If you do pay the vote and have to be my top contributor, um, you will win at least $1,000 cash for helping me achieve this Face of Horror goal. And again, I'm hoping. Hey, I appreciate that, Salty Nana. I'm hoping. Let's see. I meet with two businesses this week trying to get sponsorship for them to sponsor different photo shoots. And the thing about being in this competition, we're holding first now. So I do believe, I'm confident I'm not going to drop 4 spots and get voted out this week. I don't think that's going to happen either way. And then it's really the competition is going to step up. So I'm going to need to we're going to start streaming more. Tyler and I has been trying to bat around a way that we can stream and maybe go over some horror films and do kind of like a watch along thing where we talk about the horror films, what we like, what we didn't like. They will announce the winner. I believe it's like a week after Halloween. So that's how many more rounds we have to go. Right now we're still in groups. So I think there's 20 groups of over 100. And those will, let's see, this week will be down to 5, next week 3. I think we got at least 2 weeks for sure of groups. And then the top competitors in each of those groups that make it through will get combined into one big group, which will be a group of 20. And then we vote all the way down who's going to actually win the competition. And I believe that wraps up November 7th. So we got a long haul away. So I'm trying to get some of these companies to sponsor. What I really want to get sponsored by these companies is the short film that we get to shoot next week and upload it for the Kane pick. Because Kane Hodder, even if we do not win the grand prize, there's the Hodder pick, where Kane Hodder will find the video that he likes the most. That's his pick, and we still get to go out and meet Hodder and do a little photo shooting things with him. So, which is great as well. Obviously I want the grand prize because, the money's great, yes, but that's all going to go right back into the business and things of that nature. But the opportunities that being the Face of Horror opens up is what excites me more, because it gives me opportunities to rub elbows with people, to get involved in other independent film production companies and try to work with them and do the acting thing. So I'm really excited about the opportunities, more so than anything else. Then obviously meeting Kane Hodder, being in Rude Mort magazine, photo shoot, my story in there, where you guys can read all about my whole little sad fishing life. So yeah, I'm excited about that, man. And I appreciate everybody that is voting, man. It's a bunch of, there's been a lot of people showing me love and support, and I truly, truly appreciate that. I'm sure people get tired of hearing me say that, but I've learned losing loved ones very quickly that I'm going to tell people how I feel, why I'm here. Yes, that's another thing. There are some very talented women out there, and I'm not ever going to take that away. There's very talented women, but for that, a lot of these women get on there and just want to show cleavage, which everybody likes, but it's not for that, man. I appreciate that, Moonface. I love y'all right back. Yeah, I just think there's more to it, and if it's going to be the face of horror, when you say that to me, somebody's the face of horror, it's not the final girl competition. You know what I mean? It's not the scream queen competition. It's the face of horror. So for me, um, I see somebody that should be able to be kind of menacing. If you're going to be the face of horror, then you should be kind of menacing, and you should be able to have that presence, whether it's a woman or a man. A woman definitely could be menacing too. You know what I mean? But I think some of the women are there to kind of show the boobs. And I love you too, Shiz. So yeah, I think right now the funds, we really haven't got too much funds to fund these photo shoots. So we're going to kind of use what we have. And my go-to is always Michael. So I'm going to go back to my hometown. I'm going to do the Court Square thing again with our QR code out there to get people to scan and vote, which we got a lot of votes of doing it that way last year. But I'm also going to do a public scare for the town, for my wife's hometown and mine also, where people can set somebody up they love. I'm going to have, it's a beautiful cinematic. I'll have to probably walk over there and show you guys one of these nights. It's extremely cinematic. Like you walk into this little walkway, it's right by the river and these woods, and it looks like something out of a horror film. I'm going to kind of have it staged up back there in one of my characters, whether it be Michael, whether it be Terrifier, whether it be Pennywise. Set one of those characters up where people can bring their loved ones down to get a free scare. And only thing I'm asking them is to scan my QR code and give me a vote. The local newspaper is also going to run another article for me. I got the local radio station where I'll be on at least once to promote and possibly get them to also sponsor. So excited about that. And so, I mean, I got a lot of moving parts. That's why I'm like, man, I got to stream, but between working and then working, I got to squeeze it in. Today I wanted to definitely squeeze it in because it's been way too long since I've been streaming. And again, the competition is getting tighter. It is getting a lot more competitive because the people that's left now are truly talented. And they've already got rid of so many people. Over half the pack has been eliminated already. So just the fact that we made it this far, holding on to first, I'm grateful for. We only have a month left of holding first. If we can do that, then we will be the face of horror, and I'm stoked. I'm stoked. But again, anybody that goes through and wants to help fund some of those photo shoots through the PayPal link, that's all that goes to. That's literally, I don't got nothing else attached to that. So yes, I'll definitely be recording the scares and posting those for some online promotions. And kind of so you guys can see what we're out here doing instead of just hearing my annoying voice talking about it. I'll definitely be posting those. Hey, there she is. What's going on, Death? I'm already trying to smash 6 already. Yeah, my voice is finally coming back. I got sick last week. I don't know if it was the Rona or not, but it had me down. My voice was going, and plus I'm a football coach, and I was screaming and yelling and going all sorts of crazy. See, there you go, Death. I was in the shower. Yeah, you was probably working those phone lines, girl. But yeah, so I mean, we got a lot of fun things, man. This is our busiest time of year because we love this time of year. It's fall, the corn's up, horns up. We get to go out and be creepy and film, and nobody question it. I'll have to post, I do have a short of me doing a decent scare. I think it was last year with the Pennywise thing. Might have been 2 years ago. Last year, 2 years ago. I'll have to post that. I got a pretty good scare with that one that we enjoyed. But Pennywise, oh man, doing that's about, I think the last time it took me about 2 hours in makeup to try to make it look halfway decent. And I still wasn't satisfied, but it was time to go shoot. But and I'm new to the makeup game. the special effects and things like that. My niece, ironically, she's going to college for that. So I think that's who I'm going to try to get a hold of and kind of lean on to do the film, because there will be some horror film murders in there. So, okay, see, oh yeah, it was last year, I believe. Yeah, the Pennywise thing was fun, and we bat around the idea of bringing back Penny and doing that character. But man, I'm extremely claustrophobic, so when I coat my face in this liquid latex, it's like having a very strong midget slowly ripping my face back. But I enjoy that too. I mean, I enjoy the process of all of it, really. But I believe this weekend we're going to do a Michael. I might even do Michael shoot during the week if I can find the time. Right, Duh? Then activate that PTSD for you, Len. Well, that one I talked with my son. He was still itty bitty then. Now the kid done shot up about 8 inches, but he was old Joey G. So we went out and I just got that raincoat and ripped the arm off and had him tuck that arm in, holding the floating red balloon. And yeah, that was a blast. Now this year, my youngest daughter, she's probably the most like me when it comes to horror. I still got to outlaw films for obvious reasons, but we do watch horror. All it starts at the September for us. That's like daddy daughter time. We watch horror movies, and I even got her now like, oh dad, that was an awesome special effect. You see the way they did that? That kill looked real. Like she loves the art behind it. So it probably because they look alike. They almost look like they're twins. Hey, Christy girl. I wish my voice would come back. Yeah, she definitely got the eyes for sure. I mean, some of these, when we was doing, because obviously she's never watched The Exorcist. That's still a very outlawed movie for her age. Maybe when she gets teenagers, we'll introduce that. But we was doing that photo shoot, and some of the looks she gave me, I'm like, girl, I think we may need to get some certified real holy water. And another thing, they go to a private school, and it is religion based, and she's out here doing that. So she just turned 9. She just turned 9, and she loves it. Every time she sees me getting the film equipment out, she's like, "Daddy, are we going on another film shoot? And can I get another photo shoot?" So she definitely wants to be involved in the short horror piece, and I'm trying to figure out a way to make that possible where I don't scar her too bad. Now my older daughter, she's scared of everything. So this time of year, she's pretty jumpy with me around. Thank you, Christy. Yeah, she loves it. Like I said, every time I touch the camera, she's game. She almost gets pissed at me if she can't go. And that's another one that I'm trying to fund too. What I want to do is get all my children, nieces and nephews involved in a Children of the Corn piece before they harvest all the corn. Kind of have me hemmed up in a situation with Children of the Corn, which one of my younger nephews being Malachi with the big brim hat and everything. So that's another photo shoot that's on the table that we would like to accomplish. Do I see who in the horror films, Christy? You're not scared of attention. It's different for me too. Oh yes, yes. I love Children of the Corn too. It's different for me though because I'm more of a the video guy. You know, I've really not did too much photo. Now Tyler, he's just phenomenal at any damn thing. Like, he is the master editor. All the edits that you see. Yes, I might bat around ideas and make little edits and we kick them back and forth, but Tyler, he's amazing editor, and he's amazing camera operator. He's amazing photographer. Like, to be honest, you know, he's the one that's kind of teaching me a lot. Even though I'm the one that went through film school, I still learn a lot from him, for sure. He's phenomenal. It's a blast, though, man. Yes, I believe so. You need a wrench for that Steph. Where's Steph at? There's Steph. All right, Steph should be blue. Steph should be blue. See, my plan for this stream was to work on those masks as I chatted with you, but my iPad decided to be wonky. So now you just got to hear me talk and look at these masks. For now, anyways. I appreciate it. Thank you, Christy. Well, you guys will see a little bit more on the acting side when we do the short video for the Kane Hodder pick for the Face of Horror competition, because I will be playing the monster in that one. And really, if I'm going to be honest, the professional wrestling, the little time that I spent in professional wrestling, which was only a few years, really taught me a lot on performance in that sense. Make it believable and things of that nature. When you're doing what we're doing as in horror. So you get to see me get some horror kills in. My first few film kills. Golden shower band practice. That should be a t-shirt. Somebody picking on a bass with a golden shower showering down from the heavens. I thoroughly enjoy this stuff, though, man. Like, that's like my two biggest passions, is horror and comedy. They go together. I love them both. Shirt with your face on it. I might be able to make that happen. And that would be a very terrifying shirt. I did not want to get the glue on my cutter knife. Nathan. Stop messing with the knife, Nathan. But yeah, this little garage area is still getting morphed into a real studio. And I'll try to make that happen for you, Christy. And this is also where I come to do little tweaks on everything. So I was playing with the knife that I use to trim the hair on these things. I use it to trim the hair, then also glue the hair. Which it looks like I'm going to have to do another order for some more camel hair to get the fix too. Because I don't think I have enough. I mean, as you can see, these random blotches of this camel hair hanging around. Well, that's another thing too. I will be trying to make an appearance for that grand opening. And if you guys want to donate to the PayPal for that cause, you can. I think I'll put a dollar amount on it. If I get enough donations through PayPal, if I hit that $200 mark, I will show up dressed as Beggs and the grand opening of the attic. And I will have a camera on me live. If I hit that $200 dono through PayPal, and you put on there that it's to go to the attic, I will go to the attic after I hit the $200 mark through PayPal with the put in the notes that you want me to go to the attic, I will go to the attic dressed as Beggs to talk to Negs, Ron, whatever his name is. I know exactly what he'll do if he says, "Hey, Red Feather." No, it won't. It won't. What I'll do, if you don't even open it, I'll just go to Connorsville, walking around dressed as Beggs. Because honestly, the fight, I still, oh man, I forgot all about that Teespring. I need to get on there and update a lot of that stuff. Get someone dressed like Roy. Yeah, nice little meet and greet. I wouldn't be showing up with no ill intent, so he can keep his little squirt gun on his hip. Calm down. Calm down. Shoot your toes off. No. I don't know. I think he's gonna probably attempt to be a grand opening, but come on, I don't. There's not too much faith. Yes, I'll set up a booth and sell those used sex toys, those gently used ones. I just wish you would accept the fight offer, man. Hey, Lex. Yeah, let me do that for Lex as well. Yeah, the gently used ones. Gently used. Well, DM me sometime, Christy, and I can make that happen for sure. A soft opening. I don't know. That sounds more like a bedroom thing to me when you're talking about him. I think that would be a little bit more of a soft opening. I think that's kind of he's getting confused. He's getting confused. The soft opening happens in the bedroom. I just wish you would accept the fight offer. Like, come on, homeboy. Phone call, and this thing's in a bracket. Let me just slide it up. Let me just square this off. There we go. Phone call from an unknown number. Who knows? It's probably him. No, I wish you would just accept the fight offer. It's like, dude's been talking this shit about me for 6 years. And literally the only thing I did, the one thing he's always been jealous of is money and walking away. And I was on a panel, so. Right? He could just accept the fight. He's the one that got the bigger. My issue with him is simple. He's attacked people that I care about. He has never stopped making up these lies. He's never been honest and kind of corrected his lies. He keeps attacking people that I love. And he talks all this crazy shit about women. The way he talks about women, it's like I feel like I should have to teach him a lesson. And if he would accept the fight, we definitely could do it. Oh, okay. I hope I put the link in the description correctly. Now the way I got this thing in a stupid bracket, I can't tell if the shot's right. Hey, there it is. Death and Sis, both throwing them in there. Yeah, he said so much, man. And it's like, dude, you got this big of a issue with me. Accept the fight, kick my ass, and collect 10 grand. You need money. You should be able to whoop my ass, man. You should be able to stomp my ass. Because that's one of the things he said before. I was just as shitty in MMA as what I was as a wrestler and a stand-up. Then there should be nothing you should be afraid of then. And I've had 1 back surgery since then, man. 2 more on the docket. You should be able to beat my ass. But really, I mean, I'm not going to ever be the type to get on here and you know, completely just say some vile shit. But if anybody deserves it, it is him. I appreciate that, Christy. Right. You might have some supercharged shit up in that hump. You know what I mean? That might be where he keeps all of his testosterone, is in that hump. He's like a camel, but he's not storing water back there. It's just testosterone. Hey, kitty. And whenever he needs it, he just taps into it. Maybe he'll hulk out and go from being 5'7" to 6'7". Who knows? I just get tired. And then it was like a couple weeks ago, somebody had sent me one of his little community posts that he likes to throw out there. And he said something about me and Whitty's ass or something. And it's like, dude, don't you have a woman? Why are you thinking about another woman's ass? And then the voicemails that Death put out, I'm like, okay, that's why. You're still trying. You done got what you wanted out of that one. Now you're just looking for an upgrade. And it's like, dude, I didn't say nothing about him for 6 years. I let him run that mouth. I let him run that mouth. He's the one that had said some things about my wife and did all that. So by your rules, Negs, Ron, Paul, whatever the fuck your name is this week, I'm doing what you're doing. I've never really said nothing too vile about this dude. I said truths. I've never went vile. I've never went in on him. I've never roasted him. I've never did none of that shit. Only thing I'm saying is, if you still have the problem, I have a solution. I have a place. You don't even got to pay for travel because I'm a town away from you, dude. And I got plenty of connections that we can have a venue. You don't got to pay for none of that. Show up, whip my ass, make 10 grand. Yes, I have, Lex. I've caught up on some of the lore because I think Death was getting ready to choke me out because I was so far behind the Negs lore. So yeah, I've watched several videos of the lore and everything, but it's like, dude, just be my ass. 10 grand, 10 grand. And if there's a mark of guaranteed money you need, let me know. I can make that happen too, I'm sure. Right, Lynn? Oh, man. I'm more than willing. I'm more than willing. If he just wants a boxing bout, yeah, we can do a boxing bout. If he even wants to wear headgear, homie, you can wear headgear. We can do it that way too. Whatever's clever, man. If you want to make me happy, we'll do the MMA rules. That would make me happy. But I don't think he got the testicular fortitude to attempt an MMA bout. He would probably want some bubble wrap or something all around him. He'd probably want to come in there dressed like train the attack dogs. I'm ready for the fight, sir. Dog pee, you're probably right, man. I have to go in there with the nose plug. Yeah, his hands don't work. However, he can sit out there and flick on the bass and everything. Fort Wayne is about an hour and a half around that ballpark. Shelf, yeah, because I've seen the photos of the store. And what is weird to me is I was always under the assumption that you had to create a podcast, that podcast to gain a following, and to pay, and to give you a reason to open up a brick and mortar. But, that could just be me. I'm not a business mogul or nothing. And the whole fact that he LLC'd a production company when you don't produce shit's comical. And if you look at the timeline, he literally LLC'd a production company just a few months after he heard that I LLC'd a production company. It's just comical to me. It's like he tries to watch what I'm doing and pretends he's going to do something around the same. So I do, Kitty. I like country music. I like about any music. You know, I was raised um, predominantly in the gangster rap era. I love that. Love metal. Love country. Classic rock. I love a little bit of all genres. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this he's doing everything half-assed and backwards. And all I'm saying is, man, we don't got to get on here and talk shit back and forth. Let's book a fight. We can come together face to face to have a little stare off, live stream, signing of the contract, WWE style if you want to. All right, Kitty. Yeah, just get home and let me know. I'm always open. But yeah, I don't want to be on here doing live streams and just going back and forth with bad words. If you wanna get it, let's get it. And I have not had an amateur or professional bout since 2009. So I'm rusty. Here's your time to come in, Mr. Humpty Hump. Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin all the Humpty dance. Here's your time. You know, he's been talking this mess all these years. If you're listening by any chance, I don't know if he is or not, you can even come in this chat right now. Nobody will attack you, and we can have a conversation about it. Because he's blocked me on everything. You know, I don't keep track of what streams that he's on or where he's even streaming at yet. People will shoot me a link when he's live, and I've set up an account on that whatever thing, not the Spank Hub that he streams on, but the Rumble. Blocked, can't talk. And I ain't trying to talk shit. I'm just trying to come in there and just ask my question, man. Just accept the fight, dude. Accept the fight. You've been talking this shit for 6 years. You got all this pent-up aggression of all these people that's wronged you. And you're the world's most dangerous man. Whip my ass then, Ronnie. Whip my ass, dude. It's not that hard. I whip my ass all the time. But again, anybody that would like to see me go to the attic opening day with no ill intent, I'm not going there to beat you up. I'm not going there to cause a scene. I'm not going there to assault you. I'm just going to go there dressed as the old Jew for a meeting. And if you guys would like to see that, when you donate through the PayPal, make sure you put the link in there. As soon as I hit $200 of people wanting to see me go to the attic live on opening day, or the soft opening, as what they call their bedroom, their life story in the bedroom is the soft opening. Either whenever the doors are open, I will go there dressed as Beggs to talk. Probably does stuff. Lynn, I guarantee you, if you're even remotely attractive, and there is several that are attractive, DC's trying to chase all of them off. That's where that comes from. Because we've already heard from the voicemails, motherfuckers shopping. Motherfuckers shopping. It's like, it's just wild to me. Oh, yeah, it is a little bit. It might be a little bit dangerous, Lex, but here's the secret. I'm kind of a little bit unhinged, too. Hey, Moon. How you doing? How you doing? If I knew that my iPad was going to shit out, I would have set this up different so you guys could see me talking to you instead of standing behind my setup looking at these masks. I apologize for that. But yeah, the Face of Horror link, if you guys go in there, it's free to vote. Free to vote. You don't have to pay a dime. Just go in there and give me a vote, please. And if you would like to vote, you can pay for scare votes, which that money goes to a good cause, whether I win or not. It goes to the B Plus Foundation, that helps families that are dealing with pediatric cancer. A fantastic cause. That's another reason why I love this competition, win or not. It's raising a lot of money for a great cause. And when you do buy those scare votes, however, if you're my top contributor after we are named Face of Horror, you will win $1,000 cash. $1,000 cash. Now, there's other ways if you would like to help me on these photo shoots that we're planning. That's why we got all these things, and I've been working on those. If you would like to help fund the photo shoots, you can do that through PayPal as well. Just put a little note there for photo shoot or for pictures, or just make sure you let me know there, because now we got the money coming in for the addict visit, and we got the money coming in for that. So just let me know which one. And again, after we win the Face of Horror, or after we're eliminated, if we don't even win the Face of Horror, if you've donated through the PayPal link and it's for that, you will get to pick what part, what costume, what prop that you would like to receive. I will autograph that also if you want me to, and I will ship it to you. Moon, the competition right now, we're still in the group phase. So the group phases, they last a week. So this week we get cut down to the top 5, which I'm still holding first. Thanks to all you lovely peeps. I appreciate you guys so much. So we'll get through that, and then the winner of each groups, they'll come together. And I believe there's 20 or 25. And then we'll start the voting. The week-long voting process is all over again. The votes do carry over this year. That's how I've been able to keep one and stay at one for that. And then the Face of Horror will be announced November 7th. Hey, Miley. Oh, Irish girl. I believe Irish Girl is, I think, the round table, Lisa, and Irish Girl are in the top 5 on contributors right now. So they're pretty close to being, and I'll try to keep posting my top contributors at the end of each round, so everybody can kind of see who's the top contributor and who's in lead for that $1,000 cash payoff at the end. I really, truly appreciate, I know people probably get tired, like I said earlier, people probably get tired of me saying I appreciate you guys. And again, you know, after losing my brother as quick as what we did to the pancreatic cancer, it's kind of installed into me. I'm going to tell people how I feel, why I'm here. Because tomorrow, who knows? I could trip and fall in a Michael mask, and that be the end of Nathan, Skeeter, Michael, whatever. And I just want people to know why I'm here. I truly, honestly, and I'm not just saying this for the stream or saying this for whatever, I am kind of an emotional being. I do truly appreciate you guys, man. And honestly, it boosts my confidence in what I'm doing. Seeing that love and support, it really does boost my confidence and allows me to keep pushing forward. So I truly do appreciate every one of you guys wholeheartedly. Thank you. And like I said, the fact that we're still holding first, 4 rounds into this thing is fantastic. I appreciate you. Man, we got one of my neighbors, homies, busting out his damn trimmer for his yard, and it's almost dark. He's going to have to need to get a spotlight out there to trim. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you, Christy. Oh, no, I got my prop knives. That's another thing I need to bring out here to the monster pit and kind of detail up. I don't know. Well, Tyler had gotten us it's Trick or Treat Studios, the Halloween 2 knife, and that thing come pristine. I don't think I got to do anything to it. It's a nice looking prop knife. It really is. That's what we'll be using in the shoot. And again, also, if you guys got any ideas on any horror characters or photo shoots you would like to see, right? Yeah, wearing a headlamp. Don't have to be out there with a spotlight mowing the grass. And that's another thing. This week is the last week for youth football, so that's going to free up a lot of time for me. I won't have to be doing the coaching gig. That takes up a lot, and that's probably the reason why my voice hasn't healed yet. On top of being sick, having to scream and lose my mind in football games every weekend, and that does a number on the voice as well. Do I have a ditzy blonde girl? I do. I have two. We also have one that one of our friends that she will always come out and film and stuff. We use her for this type of thing. She's not really into the paranormal as much as being an investigator, which we're currently seeking out. Is another female investigator to kind of balance us dudes out for these films. Oh, I definitely do. Right, Moon? Might be a little Jackal and Hyde there. Oh, and again, that's something. I really do have bipolar 1 and PTSD. And a little bit of the ADHD, I think is what I don't know, I'm like a dual diagnosis, whatever. I know that's been the catchy thing to claim lately. It's just kind of ironic, I LLC, a production company. A few months later, after he finds somebody to milk, he LLC is like a production company. And then a few months later after that, he's like, hey, guess what? I got bipolar 1 and PTSD too. That's why I am the way I am. It's like, no, it ain't, homie. I got the same shit, and I ain't on here spurging out, losing my hair, and bringing home bingo hall princesses. Just calm down. Calm down or whip my ass. That's what I ask. If you don't want to whip my ass, then leave my name out your mouth. And the people I love. Leave them out your mouth. And definitely stop fucking with the whole Yaba situation right now. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? My God. There has to be some morals buried somewhere in those lands of broken dreams and separated hair follicles. There has to be. What the fuck are you doing, man? Show up as TT. I've been wanting to, I have to get a hold of her and see if she's down for that shit. Right, Irish? Oh, what are you doing? Cooperate would be fun. Yeah, the separated follicles. I would definitely show up, man. Like, I mean, there's definitely no fear in that situation for me whatsoever. Because the dude wants to talk about what he got on his hip and how he likes to pull it. I'm not showing up there to cause you any harm. You go to make that movement, your life, it probably ain't gonna be a good idea, dude. I'm not coming there to fuck you up. I'm coming there to clown and to have fun. If you want to take it to another level, then whatever happens, not my fault. I mean, the last time all this shit happened, right? I think I've already covered this when I was over on Blender and when she interviewed me, but there was already some behind the scenes shit going down, right? And we had already agreed that we're going to go our separate ways and shit behind the scenes. I went on the panel. Supposedly, I made him big mad. So I called him. He wouldn't answer the phone. So he DM'd me, I think, on Twitter and said, oh, we don't got to make this public and do this whole dragging thing. You just go your way, I'll go my way, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, fine, dude, cool, whatever. And then literally hours after that, he fires up a stream making up these insane fucking allegations, trying to drag my name through the mud and do all that shit. So I called him up. And that was my question to him. Dude, are you trying to get your ass beat? Is that what you want? I don't want to fight you, you dumb motherfucker. So then he starts running his mouth to me on the phone. I'm like, roger that. There's the beautiful Lori. I'm like, roger that. I'm en route. I hang up the phone. Every intention is to be en route. He calls me back and he's like, is this a good number for the sheriff's department to reach you? I'm like, homeboy, you don't got to have them call me. I'm on my way to you. And of course, then the wife takes the keys. You ain't going to jail for that little dumbass and this, that, and the third. But yeah, I think that's what he's doing, yes. He's trying to bait people to come there so he can have the Cyrax story tenfold. Everything he does is fucking view driven, okay? This dude is afraid of every fucking thing. If he's wanting people, and it's mostly females, to show up to his house, he's wanting a big scene that he can get on and play victim for another fucking 6 years. It's fucking, it's all a work, man. That dude is, and then how he says, well, I killed Negs. Motherfucker, you did that 6 years ago with me, Lori, and Whitty, and everybody decided and finally realized you're the dumbass that you are and left. You put on a mask and pretend you wasn't Negs then. You're not even original in your breakdowns anymore, dude. Step the theatrics up a little bit. And again, man, that's it. He can say whatever he wants. The bullshit lies about me and all the shit he wants. But you start fucking talking about Lori and Whitty, then we have issues, man. Then we have issues. And that's what he won't. He relentlessly keeps wanting to take shots at Whitty. And she's like a second mother to me. And I love that woman to my core. My children call her Granny. Like, she is family to me. Stop talking that shit or whip my ass. It's simple. I guess it's a man thing, so you don't quite get it. But if you're going to talk that shit, just whip my ass. Just whip my ass, please. Yes, that's it. He's always a victim. He's always a victim. Motherfucker rob a video store and somehow he's the victim. She is, Lord. She is. You know, over the years, you know, that's why I said, you know, YouTube and social media in general can be a very vile place, and it can be a very dark place. But I've met amazing people on here that I absolutely adore and love. And for what that little son of a bitch is, he is a disgusting mess. But I've met amazing people through his dumb ass. Yeah, I'm just asking him, you know, to put his ass where his mouth is. Like, you keep talking this shit. You're the world's most dangerous man. Well, Ken Shamrock, fucking show me how dangerous you are. I will give you an ass to whip, bub. I'll give you an ass to whip. Mine. He probably would. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm just tired. It's been almost, I don't know, it's probably already been 7 years of me not saying shit until I seen that. Even, listen, when I walked away, when me and Lori and Whitty and we all got together, like, man, this dude's not who he thought he was. He's a liar. We figured him out. We dipped the fuck out for maybe 1/18 of the fucking vile shit that he's done compared to now. Like, the shit that he's done now. And that's finally why I went on Belinda's channel, agreed to be interviewed and everything. It's because I seen he was going even darker and being even more hideous. I'm like, okay, I can't just sit on my thumbs and not tell my story and not try to warn people out loud. You know, people would come to me all the time behind the scenes. Death did it. And I tried to warn her, like, he sucks you in with this empathy and sympathy, and you kind of think that, you know, he is kind of the villain or victim, and you realize he's a villain. And then once you realize that, and you're not giving to him anymore, and he can't get nothing from you anymore, then all of a sudden, you're the gaslighting victim or villain, and he's the victim, and you're whatever lies he wants to spew out of his damn mouth. And it's the same cycle over and over and over again. He'll find a new group. He'll do the same thing to that group. He'll find another group, do the same thing to that group. And it's like watching a shitty low-budget horror or low-budget film that never changes the screenplay. It's crazy. That's how he gets you, Red Feather. That's how he gets you. He does. He definitely does. And he wants to sit there and talk like he's some like overseer. You know what I mean? Yep, for sure, Death. But then he wants to act like he's the bringer of whatever. Like, he knows more than everybody else, and he's the one teaching the lessons. It's like, no, dude, you need to be the one that opens up the book of life and absorb a few lessons. And if you want to keep talking shit about me, fight me, and I will teach you. I will give you at least associate's degree on how to take an ass whipping. I'll be the teacher. That's one of the other hats I wear too. I go and do the sub deal and teach and finishing up my master's. Once I do that, I might be teaching a digital arts program for a school. So, I mean, I can teach. And if you want to learn a lesson, I'll give you an associate's degree on how to take an ass whipping. Or who knows, dude? You might show up and get a lucky punch and fold my ass and win 10 grand. A fight's a fight. You got a 50% chance of winning. It's same as I do. Show up, knock me the fuck out, and get on Temu. You can buy a shit ton of stock on Temu with $10,000, dude. You could probably open up a whole nother brick and mortar store off that one ass whipping. Knock me the fuck out and open up a whole nother store. Yeah, right there's the PayPal link if you want to vote, if you want to donate for the photo shoots, and right there's the Face of Horror. Free to vote unless you want to buy votes, and then that puts you in the running to win $1,000 cash. And then also the PayPal if you want to donate for Beggs meeting Negs in the attic. Let me know there. Right, I tried. Lex, I'm already afraid. I don't know if I would even accept that fight. You would have to pay me. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, if it's not for show and you really got this big ass problem with me, and I done so wrong, I'm such a bad person, then take the fight and whip my ass. I think that's logical, right? I appreciate you guys throwing those links in there. As I'm sitting here staring at these masks, I want to do so much to these freaking things. Thank you, Def. Yeah, that channel there is where I will be putting our bigger produced pieces. I think the short that we're going to do for the Face of Horror, that'll be on this channel, since that's kind of where I've been promoting it the most. And yes, there's The Phantom Farm. That is our film that Amazon picked up. Thank you, Doug. Red Feather, what I did wrong was Whitty helped me out in a time of need, gave me money. It was nowhere near the dollar amount this motherfucker's talking about. And then after all the money that he just rattle canned up, he has no grounds to even speak on it anymore. But yes, my relationship with Whitty, and I went on MFW's panel, didn't talk about him, didn't put him down. His name wasn't even brought up. We just went in there for some laughs after we already talked about going our separate ways online. That's it. That is all that I've ever done. I never even spoke his name and told my truth until I was on Belinda's channel 6 years later. And he still to this day, will harp back on shit. After he's done extremely, I mean, back then when we left, he was up to some fuck shit. And once we found out, and he did make a call or set up a call to be made, that was vile. Once we realized all of that, we left. And then he just consistently just started doing more vile shit, like harsher vile shit to a lot of people. But he constantly just harps back. His biggest issue with me is When I said I was done and walked away, all three of us, we walked the fuck away. And he was just a bad memory. And I honestly think that's his biggest issue. There was no way for him to rope us back in. I think he tries to say it's some medical condition on why he got that hump. It is his medical condition is being lazy. Motherfucker never does shit. Right, all the grudges he carries. Oh yes, I was. I was on this. Yeah, he can't get over that shit. And honestly, seeing the way things played out and how he's done the current woman in his life, I think his bigger issue was I think he had eyes to do that to Whitty. And she wasn't going for that shit. She didn't want nothing to do with him like that. But I think he held that grudge and he thought that was my fault that us three decided to walk away from him. No, it was very much a group decision. And nobody wanted to deal with your bullshit. And I think that's his bigger issue with me is that Lori and Whitty went with me. And since they went with me, I'm a big villain asshole. It's like, come on, dude. I've never did 1/100th of the shit that you have done and you continue to do. Yes, I love her to death. Like I said, she's like a second mother to me. Like there's been plenty of times when my bipolar and things do kick up. That's the number I call privately. And she talks me off the ledge. And Lori talks me off the ledge and kind of brings me back to being centered. And so I don't have to be a pain in the ass to the people around me. But we're there for each other. Um, it's a very close friendship. It really is, and I would be there for any one of both of them at a drop of a dime. And then you got my round table peeps. You know, that's another close. I mean, I got these close groups. You know, and my round table peeps, the same thing. You know, I would be there for them in a heartbeat. You know, and I think that's his biggest issue is all of his friendships and relationships in general are based on transactions and not feelings and emotions and actually being there and being a true friend. There has to be dollar signs involved. He has to be able to get something from you. And I think that's another thing he holds against me is I'm true. I'm true. Same, Lori. Yes, we definitely are very blessed to have that. And then, like I said, you know, being on YouTube can be vile and people take shit way too fucking far. But you build these relationships and these bonds like I have with Lori and Whitty and my roundtable people and Death and all these other great people that's in my chat right now. You know, that even the people I just recently met and that we're building a close friendship. You know what I mean? Like, it can be a beautiful place if you just dig through all the bullshit. See, that's insane. That's insane. Friendship shouldn't be at all. No. Friendship should not be transactional. It's either the bond is there and you guys are that close and you are truly friends or you're not. And it's not a crime not to be a friend with somebody, but it is kind of fucked up when you're pretending to be a friend as long as they're giving you X, whether that's money, whether that's content. Like, he does a lot of that. Yeah, and I honestly don't think he has a true friend. The only people he says he's friends with are people that do shit for him, whether that is giving him money or whether that is making thumbnails, whether that is editing, because the dude has none of these skills himself. Hell, he can't even operate an AI system correctly to be his friend and helping that way. So Yeah, he's done so much to so many people. It's nuts. Exactly, Irish. And that's honestly how I try to live my life. Like, is I just try to be true. But I'm human, man. Like, I might have like a fucked up day and wrong somebody, but I'll be the first one to apologize for the shit. Like, I don't pretend that I'm a victim and try to wiggle my way out of it. If I fucked up, I fucked up. Like, and I'll be the first to stand up and take whatever lashings that's owed to me. I'm not gonna pretend I'm a damn victim over the shit. It's wild behavior. It really is. It's wild behavior, and he can't blame it on his mentals because I've been diagnosed with those same things. And if I can hold it together, dude, you can hold it together. See, there you go. Yeah, that true friendship. Wild shit. Like I said, not gonna go back and forth talking shit about the dude. If he got this big vendetta so bad, I'm so wrong. There's Teeter Tan. Then whip my ass, homie. Just whip my ass, get it over with. Right, sis. It's just wild, man, the way he does that shit. And then, he literally has somebody fund him to open up a shop, hustles all this fucking money, and still hasn't produced. I'm out here picking up extra jobs to make sure I can compete in the face of horror. And it's still, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do that without you guys. You guys are a huge fucking part of that. Because I got bills and shit. But he promised all this shit, got all this damn money. Let me know, Kitty. I definitely will. But I definitely will come in for that, Kitty. Just let me know when and where. I'll try my damnedest to be there, huh? But he makes all these promises to these people and gets all this money for these people just to go, oh shit, sorry. I know it was going to open in August, but for sure September. Mark your calendars. We'll be there in September. September rolls around. Oh shit. I don't got the right shoelaces, so I can't tie my shoes. So we're going to push it back to October 1st. But for sure October 1st rolls around. Well, damn. I forgot how to put my pants on. I don't got the right clothes to be able to work. So, for sure, November 1st. It's just fucking wild, man. Okay, to sum up the content on this channel, this is just me, just being me. I'm fucking around, cutting jokes, doing this type of stuff, putting up comedy shorts, and things that are like produced for YouTube. The Terror Barn, that is the bigger produced things that I got in the works. That's going to be the bigger films, the full films, the documentaries, things of that nature. A podcast that I've been kind of mulling around trying to put together for the last several months. That's where that stuff will be. That's the Terror Barn will be the more produced and actual film quality content. Just have a whole group show up and walk in the store. He wants traffic. He wants a big grand opening. So everybody should just go check out his store. Don't go there with ill intent. Just go check out his store and support. I gotta put that carpet knife down. I'm over here chopping on my workbench and everything else. But I truly appreciate you guys. And again, this is just some of the props. If you donate through the PayPal to help the photo shoots, this is just 4 masks. I already have the priest costume, the cane/scepter that you see me using that. Any props that we use in these photo shoots will be put in. And the top contributor will get to pick which one they want through PayPal. The top contributor through PayPal will get to pick whichever prop they want. And then I think for the top 3 contributors of PayPal, the other 2 will do a drawing basically. And you'll get a prop through that way. Now, if you go over the Face of Horror, if you buy scare votes, now that puts you in the running for the $1,000 cash prize that you will receive after we are named Face of Horror. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate that. But my fine folks, I appreciate you guys coming in here, and please share out all those links, smash up the votes, donate if you can. If not, I ain't gonna be mad at you. Still love you just as much. Just hit the votes, free vote. At least get the free vote in there. If you don't even want to do that, I ain't gonna be mad at you. I ain't forcing you to do it. I ain't gonna hold no grudge if you don't. I just would appreciate it if you would. I really do love and appreciate each and every one of you guys for multiple reasons. Thank you guys so much for always showing up when I kick this on. The links are in the description. Hit them up. Hit them up. Please hit them up. But I will definitely be live more. Like I said, last week of football, that opens up a lot for me. So I'll be streaming a lot more, especially since the competition is getting tighter. We're working on doing a horror film watch along, where we're going to pick some horror films. We're going to watch along, do the Amazon Prime thing, some private streams, Amazon Prime, some watch alongs. That's definitely coming along, and we're definitely going to do that. I probably will try to go live when I go to the radio station, so you guys can kind of see what happens on the inside of that type of ordeal. And yeah, we're going to definitely be live a lot more over here. Competition's getting tighter. Smash that face with a horror link. Give me some votes, please. Please. I don't want to have to be out here selling pictures of my wiener for votes, but I got to do what I got to do. Yes, it is Skeeter season. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Hit those links up. If you hit the PayPal, let me know if it's for the bags, meat, and eggs, or if it's for the photo shoots. Thank you guys, man. Love you all, and I promise you will see me soon instead of just hearing my annoying ass voice. I will have this set up right the proper way next time. All right, man. Y'all have a good evening, and I'll see you soon.